Wayne Allen from Geneva.com is joining me in studio now. He's going to be sharing his top 5 tips for preparing for the upcoming Momentum 94.7 cycle tour. Hello.
Hi.
Now this is an epic cycle tour. It's like the second largest one in the world, right?
Yes, it is the second largest timed cycle race in the world.
Are you going to be competing in it?
Not this time, no. I've done a few other races, the Argus and a few other, but I won't be joining the athletes this time around.
All right. Well, you've cycled in a lot of races. You are a health expert of sorts. What's a common mistake people make when it comes to training and prepping for a big race like this?
There are a number of rookie mistakes that people make and that I've made myself. I think the first one is probably trying to jam in too much before, not training enough, and then trying to cram in too much before race day.
Okay.
So you need to be planning your race day nutrition. Obviously, there are a couple of parts to this. There's the training and then there's the nutrition. When it comes down to nutrition, you need a race day nutrition plan. Given that you burn around 600 to 700 calories an hour in the race,
Wow.
and you can only absorb about 400 calories an hour,
Yeah.
you need to be preparing before race day in order that you don't hit the wall a little bit later on.
Geez. Now race day is actually quite soon.
Yes.
It's November 16th.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So if you haven't started training by now, it's a little too late.
Well, and look,
Is it too late?
Look, it's never too late.
Okay.
You know, I think that the last week is probably when people start to panic and try and cram in some last miles. But I think the last week is better spent taking that nervous energy and preparing. So buying your nutrition, checking all your race kits, and getting all your, getting your stuff prepared. I think the last week in terms of training is really where you want to consolidate all the kilometers that you've put in for the past 3 months or more that you've been training. Typically, I would, on the Friday, I would rest completely. The 2 days before, rest completely. The day before, maybe a 30-minute spin with some 1-minute sprint intervals. And then another rookie mistake that some folks make, the expo is very exciting, but try not to spend too many hours on your legs. If you do, some folks arrive at the race and they have what we call dead legs. They're just heavy and tired and they don't know why. It's because you need to stay off your legs as much as you can. So expo is great, spend a few minutes there, but don't stay there for too long.
And rest is key.
Rest is key. People are almost too scared to train on the Saturday, but it's really got to be short and sharp, just to activate your muscles, and then rest. Put your legs up and stay off your legs as much as you can.
Okay, I want to get into your top 5 tips, but I just want to ask you, before we get into those top 5 tips, when was the ideal time to start training for this race?
Well, look, most training programs would be set for in 12-week intervals.
12 weeks.
12 weeks out would have been a good time to have started. Generally, that's the kind of the beginning of the summer season starting up or spring starting up. But if you have a winter base program, that's even better. So you don't lose fitness, you build the base, and then you go through the build phase and the taper phase before your race. But yeah, 12 weeks is a good time to start training.